Moving on now, the European Union's Criminal Intelligence Agency announces that at least 10,000 unaccompanied child refugees have gone missing after arriving in Europe. Europol says 5,000 children have disappeared in Italy alone, with another 1,000 missing in Sweden. Stockholm says it has very little information about what happens after their disappearance. In the United Kingdom, the number of the disappeared has doubled over the past year, raising fears about their exploitation by criminal gangs. Europol says it has received evidence that some unaccompanied child refugees have been sexually exploited. It urged the public to watch out for the missing refugee kids, who would most probably be hiding in plain sight. Minors make up at least a quarter of the million arrivals in Europe last year. Joining us now from Paris is political commentator Gerard Aucoin. Sir, welcome to the program. First of all, I'd like to get your thoughts on the recent statistics released by Europol about the vanishing refugee children.
The statistics are really shocking. I think we need to look at what has been going on, particularly in Syria in the last 5 years. The terrorists who have been supported by Western military alliance, NATO and Israel, have been murdering children on purpose in order to set up scenarios whereby they could blame the Syrian government. We saw that in the Houthi massacre in 2012, where so-called rebels, that is to say, al-Nusra terrorists, murdered children, slaughtered them, and then photographed it, put it online, and used that against the Syrian government. They have been abusing children sexually. They have been torturing children. There have been cases of crucifixions. They are deeply sadistic and satanic in their practices, and a lot of these children could be coming into Europe with some of these militants, some of these terrorists. There are a lot of these terrorists crossing into Turkey. God only knows where they're going to end up. So we don't know who these children are, who their parents are. There are lots of orphans all over Syria, and in the Middle East, of course, in Palestine, because of the Western wars. So that is one aspect to this that we need to take seriously and look into. Another aspect, of course, is the fact that the people supporting the destruction of Syria, the Western political establishment, are up to their neck in all kinds of corruption. And there have been cases of pedophilia detected among very high-profile officials in the Western establishment as well. Judges in Britain, very senior members of French political establishment and Belgium and other countries. The BBC were accused of covering up a pedophile ring in their studios. So there is a lot of deep diversity in Western political establishment, and the destruction they've wrought in Syria that has created this entire crisis is very much a reflection of their own moral turpitude, their own perversity, and these children are most likely going to be used as slaves, and it's something that people need to really be aware of and investigate.
Thank you, sir. We're going to leave it there. Gerard Aucoin joining us from the French capital, Paris.